So I recently filmed a video at Desert Valley Auto Parts, and the video did really well, so I figured I would come back. I remember telling you guys there was another yard across the street with about 3,000 or 4,000 more cars, and that's where we are today. There's a nice short bed square body. When's the last time you seen one of those just sitting around? Alright, I'm in a good mood now. There's a far drive getting down here from Vegas, but then you see this big old Cadillac. It just puts a smile on your face. Oh, got a bunch of convertibles coming up. That's a Corvair, right? Didn't these have the motor in the back? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, here's another one. It had a little grill on the back, so that's a pretty clear indication. This is pretty cool. Alright, I think I'm gonna cheat here for a second and just walk this way. Wow, look at this Wagoneer. That's actually really nice and complete. Oh dude, here's some old Jeep mail trucks. Those look pretty interesting. There are no rules. I'm just walking wherever I want to go. Two-tone paint job on this thing. This was an Oldsmobile. There's a Buick Riviera. So this same business, Desert Valley Auto Parts, they own another location that I almost went to today that specializes in muscle cars, but I'm anxious to go visit the other one. I'm going to do that in a different video, so subscribe if you want to catch that one. Okay, I see a bunch of really old 40 and 50s trucks coming up. Oh, here's a four-door 63 Impala. Or I'm sorry, this is a Bel Air. So there's a really cool car. Pontiac Catalina. Looks like about a 66. We are coming up on the trucks. That looks like another Bel Air. Four-door. Dude, look how old this thing is. Nice and clean, huh? The wooden floor is really beautiful and intact. This is an International Harvester. It's got an old hole for a hand crank right there. Original tires still on it. What's this one? That was a Ford. Look like a 40, early 40s probably. Got an old, is that a panel truck, do they call those? I don't know. It has one tire on the front. That's so cool. So this, I believe, was a Dodge because it's a unibody, or not a unibody, but a one-piece truck. The bed's not separate from the rest of the truck. Yeah, it is a body on frame, but as you can see, there was no separation here like there normally is on a pickup. So I think that was a Dodge thing, but I could be mistaken. Feel free to correct me. This says Special Deluxe. That's a cool coupe. This was a Comanche, right? Is that what they call the Jeep pickup? It's pretty interesting. Wonder if we can open the door. Nice seat. It's like in perfect shape still. Dude, there's a bunch of old cars over there. Hope we can make that happen. That's a big truck for a two-door. Crazy to see something like that at a junkyard. Old stepside Chevy. Oh yeah, looks like you can go around. Cool. This Ford had a lift kit. Somebody was real fond of it. We got a whole sea of old cars here. But we're gonna go this way first because, again, there are no rules and kind of just wandering freely here. Let's go this way. I feel like I used a time machine to go to a pick-apart 50 years ago. Look at this International. Holy cow. That thing is huge. I didn't know they made them that big. Probably pretty rare, right? It's called an International Travel All. One word. It's not really cut up because probably nobody has one looking for parts. That's pretty rad, huh? Big stash of Tornados. That's what I like. This green one is massive. This is an old John Deere. like the first one ever. That was a Ford. Pretty cool stuff. Wow, I've never seen that year of tornado. That's neat. Here's an Eagle 4-wheel drive car. My grandpa had one of these in Florida. Dude, what the hell is this? What? That's crazy. This is a Trans Am, an F-body Trans Am. Oh my god, it gets even worse. It's got a Ford grill on it from like a square body Ranger. Oldsmobile 88. Austin, America. That thing's pretty cool. This says no parts, so it's a nice complete car. Oh, it's a little slant back Mustang. That's pretty cool looking. Guess we'll walk back this way. Here is a 1960 El Camino. Probably the most complete one I've ever seen in the junkyard. Some more Cadillacs. Holy cow, guys. Wooden wheels and everything. This is probably the oldest heavy-duty truck I've ever seen. That's like chain drive. It's a dually. It had solid rubber tires that are very deteriorated now. Carburetor's still on it. Here's an old international utility truck. I think I just saw a snake. Where'd he go? Yeah, there was a snake right under the tire of that truck. Don't bother them and they won't bother you, right? That's a cool tornado. And that looks like a big 64 Bel Air. There's a couple of the old gauge clusters for this car. The Camper Mobile International. We'll look in the back of that. There's a 4-door Impala. Yeah, the roof was a little bit different. This is a 64 as well. I don't really want to get bit by a snake, so I don't think I'm going to go. Jumping through the weeds, you kind of lose sight of that stuff until you see a snake and you're like, oh yeah, they do exist. Okay, so the other side had a bunch of these, but the headlights were missing. It's an Imperial. Chrysler Imperial, I think. So I'm kind of just walking along here. I'm really considering going back to the other side because again, there was a lot that we missed last time. You know, the rare cars and the sought after ones, I hate to be so, stereotypical, but they're more interesting because they're harder to come by, I guess. I forgot we are on this half of this side, so we'll go back on the other side of the fence over here and see if we missed anything. Okay, these are all Fox bodies. Wow, here's a notchback. I'm actually really surprised that the glass is still in this car because this is a very rare car. Most of these Mustangs had this slant in the back, and for this one to have this notch, that was a more sought after unit. Probably the only one here. We can get over to the Corvettes. They're all fiberglass. Very difficult car to salvage. I don't know what other years were fiberglass. I guess the C4 here was fiberglass too. Look at that one. All melted. But I've known a couple people with this generation, and they've had a really difficult time trying to keep the car up to par just because of the fiberglass. Makes it not very fun. I didn't think I'd ever see a 300ZX in the junkyard. Wow. I wonder if it's a turbo. I see twin intakes on the front. Let's see. Can't get it open. I bet you this has a twin turbo 6-cylinder in it. Let's go look at the back. I don't know. Maybe we can open the hood. Nope. We'll try to open it again. Now I'm invested. How do we open this? Let's see. Come on, dude. That sucks. Well, I tried my hardest and I cannot get the hood open on this car, which is very unfortunate. I can kind of see through the crack there. There is a motor in it, but it's, you know, worthless anyways. I just thought it'd be interesting. Here's a 3000 GT Mitsubishi. So something cool about these cars is that they, I believe, came with a rear wheel steering option. So they were like 4-wheel steer. This one might have it. Let's look. I have no idea what I'm looking for. Kind of cool. There's a fancy Jaguar 4-door. TR7. Is that like a Triumph? There's a little Rabbit convertible back there. And a Subaru. That's pretty cool. Dang, that thing's clean. And a Datsun F10 coupe. Some pretty rare cars back here. They're not like super like sought after or anything, but very interesting nonetheless. This was a midget MG. A few more of them, whole bunch of them. Big old Dodge Cummins. The motor will for sure be gone. Yep, it is. All 100 horsepower of it. That's why they ran so well. That's a cool Trans Am. This had a fuel-injected 5-liter throttle body motor. Look at this funky little thing. That's got a badge on the hood there. It's a Ford. Wow. Made in England. A Ford from England. Alright. Never heard of that. Somebody bondoed the windows shut on the back of this Volkswagen. Look at that. Oh, this is cool. Why am I missing on the name of this? Completely spacing it right now. Somebody will know. There's another Rabbit. Alright, let's see what we got down here. A Chevy Love Diesel. Didn't know that existed. Bunch of I-beam Fords. Alright, looks like we're getting into the good stuff. Here's an old Sunliner. I saw a comment on one of my recent videos where somebody said the Skyliner was like the hardtop retractable roof and the Sunliner was the non-convertible. I have no idea. I'm probably really wrong about that, but it's just a comment that I saw. What's a Concorde? Why is it so high? Oh, that car's got a bee's nest in it. Wow, dude. 1978 tags. Crown Coupe. Oh, I'm just talking to my video. Oh, you're good, dude. I saw a beehive and a snake, so beware. Way out off in the corner of the other yard. Yeah, it slithered under one of them Internationals. And this car, a few down, has a big beehive in the trunk. No, I just film YouTube videos. Yeah, old junkyards. I got distracted talking to those dudes. Imperial Crown Coupe. I'm a big fan of that. That's a really cool rear end. Oh, dude, look at this. Spacing the name of this. I want to say DeSoto, but I'm probably very wrong. Oh, Nash. That emblem is so cool. Nobody's thrown a rock at it yet. You know what? I'm gonna do this car solid. Never mind. The hinges are rusted. They're not moving. Shall we? Old as can be. Yeah, I skipped past this entire section earlier. It's a vibrant car. My other camera just died, so I had to grab my GoPro. Video quality is going to be different. There is a very special car, but I'll show you guys in a minute because somebody's actually looking at it. I was filming it with the other camera and it shut off, so I'll go back to it in just a second. But perhaps the most interesting vehicle I've seen here. So we'll go ahead and walk down this aisle real quick. This GoPro is so much easier to use than a regular camera. I think they're just about done looking at it. Keep walking all these grocery getters for a minute. Oh, that was cool. This was a convertible. It just says special on it, but two-door drop top. Pontiac Safari. That's crazy. Alright, they left that car, so we'll go check that out. Okay, here it is. I believe it is a 53 Cadillac, but it's a very special one because somebody turned it into a pickup truck. And you can see where they kind of infused the back window into the cab, which that was kind of shifty looking, but that's some really clean work. Look at that. Right? Isn't that cool? Got pickup bed rails on it. And it's all really thick, like 1/8" steel. Huh, what is this? Oh, no way. Dude. So a lot of these old cars had tissue holders in them. This thing, that is so special to me. It still has a box of tissues. Cooling, soothing. Yeah, auto serve dispenser for Kleenex tissue. Oops. It has an R on it. What's that? Somebody just took it out of something. Here, we'll just toss it in there, right? Can't save them all. You could like breathe on this thing and break it. And here's your truck bed body work again. There's the front bumper. Cool car. That's pretty cool. You know what? There's one more car I think I missed. It's a 59 or a 60 Continental Lincoln. Very special car. I like it a lot. But it looks like the only one here. There you go. This was a two-door, which was especially cool. Back end's all torn up. back in my car. I'm going to show you guys a couple of abandoned vehicles just sitting out in the middle of nowhere that I thought was pretty interesting. Yeah, so I saw these earlier from off in the distance. I was like, wow, dude, that's kind of cool. They're just, I don't know, sitting here in the middle of nowhere. And then this is, oh, what kind of car is this? I can't remember. A Ford Thunderbird 2-door. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I wanted to get some drone footage of this place, but my drone decided not to work today, so that was interesting. But regardless, it was a good time. Got to get headed back to Vegas, so see you on the next one.